Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory, yes. We're back on good old Satisfactory, ready for another day, as it is morning. Back on our modded playthrough. And if you'd like to know what those mods are, the mods list is down in the description section of the video, along with a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager, so you can download and install mods for yourself, yes. Okay, so, obviously, as you can clearly see, a few things have changed. I did a little bit of building in between episodes. And whatnot. So we've got. I did add a second car, and that car is completely full concrete. I just went back and got some more just a little bit ago, as well as I have some concrete on me because I was building with it and whatnot. And also I got a 10-car train because that's what I'm planning on using. So anyway, and I also looked up some. Kind of some nuclear power plant layouts, just to find, just trying to get a little bit of inspiration. And what a lot of them have in common is they have multiple buildings, usually. Like they have the main building, and then they have smaller buildings and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So basically, I'm actually going to end up. I don't know if I want to do it, but. I actually want to build 5 cooling towers in a row, I think, like in a line and stuff like that. So, I don't know, it should be interesting, but yeah, this is what I did in between episodes. We got a heck of a lot of concrete. As you can see, just heckins lots of concrete. I also got 5 more beacons as well, because I used the 10 beacons that I had. So I made some more, and I got 1 more because I think I'm going to end up with 2 trains for nuclear. I'm not really sure though. We do have the 5 beacons just in case, and stuff like that. Like I said, yeah, it's whatchamacallit. It's been interesting. So I've actually linked this. This rail is temporary, but I actually linked that rail to go in a circle so that I could actually drive my train in a circle. I don't have to build the stupid loop no more. For right now, and also I can loop this train around and test like different areas and stuff like that. And I did finish building this. I got this all the way over here, and then I built it into a corner because it's not going to go anywhere else. So I built it into a curve. I just kind of built it into a sharper curve, and yeah, just like that. So, and then we just got a little corner piece. So if you want to know how to do this, you just do a corner piece 2 meter and a corner piece 4 meter, or 4 meter and a 1 meter, or a 2 meter and a 1 meter. Or a 1 meter, whatever, whatever combination. Just as long as if they're not the same 2 corners, they will work for that. So that's pretty much that. And then yeah, I got the little rail line here. This one, since it was a little bit shorter, it's a little bit more interesting. The way it's built. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit any other way. I can't fit the corner. The corner's too sharp, and pulling it from here to there doesn't make it fit any better. It actually makes these 2 tracks too close to each other. It's a pain in the butt, but I did manage to get this far with it at least. So this central area, in this central area, I don't know what I'm going to have exactly. I might build like a few signs. Maybe we'll have some. Maybe we'll have parking out here too. I'm thinking about parking. I think parking would be really good. Of course, when you go in and go out, you have to go this way, of course, and then back up around, and then to get back out. So it's like a one-way because of the rail and whatnot. But at least it's in a loop now, so that I can just drive my trains around. No big deal. Yeah. Okay. So what I've decided. Since multiples of these buildings have, or multiples of these kind of nuclear power plants, they have multiple little buildings. They've got like you got the big old parking lot, you've got the main office building, and then you've got a bunch of little buildings, and I'm guessing those do different things. You've also got what's called a contaminant building. Now I've looked up this type of stuff before, and I've actually built some nuclear power plants in the past. I mean, they didn't have really any buildings per se, but they did have the plant itself. But yeah, you have what's called a contaminant building. That's what holds the uranium fuel rods, the control rods, the steam generator. I'm looking at a I'm looking at a thing, by the way. I don't know all these terms. Then the reactor vessel and yeah, these. Like I said, steam generators. We're going to build a separate building for the turbine pump, um, which is going to connect. We're going to connect. This is going to. A lot of it's going to be very fake. Um, but I want it to look like a nuclear building. So, yeah, you've got the contaminant building. That's where the nuclear power plant stuff happens. The nuclear, I don't know what they call it. Then you got the, the steam lines, the turbine, and then you got the big old generator, which then goes into the transformer, which then goes into electricity and is connected. Then you've also got the condenser, which cools. I know that cools down the steam and whatnot, and then you got the cold water source, which comes in to the thing. It's a big mess. Now, Satisfactory fortunately has made it easy for people. I used to have back in the day in Minecraft. I used to have also the nuclear power plant mod at one point before it stopped working for Minecraft, like way back in the day. And I had that and built like buildings and stuff like that for it. It was really cool, So I got a like kind of first hand of what that was like, because that was pretty realistic. Like as far as like the buildings and things, Satisfactory, all we have for a nuclear power plant is just this. So this basically just it's an all-in-one power plant as well. So it's just you just put the water in the top port there, and then you put the nuclear fuel rods or the plutonium fuel rods. I think. Is that a thing? I think it is. We might have not unlocked plutonium yet, unless I'm spelling it wrong. Let's type in fuel. Yeah, okay, so we haven't unlocked it yet, but yeah, we got the uranium fuel rods here. So basically what I'm going to do is, I think what I want to do is I want to manufacture my own stuff out here. I don't want to put any more load on the city itself. So we are going to make electromagnetic control rods, I think, in the city. I don't know though. I don't know. Well, we do have to because we've got other things like the magnetic field generators. I think they're called. Are they called that? Well, we haven't unlocked them yet. I've pressed M for some reason. Don't ask me why. So the magnetic fuel rods, I believe, does take those electromagnetic control rods. But I want those factories to be feeding into Phase 4, and I want this to be a separate deal. So I don't think we're going to be smelting anything out here, but we're definitely going to be bringing in materials in order to make all this. So you've got so we're probably going to be making steel out here. Maybe we should smelt it. This should be a completely separate deal. So what I'll do is we'll build a train station somewhere in the city that we can collect all these materials that we're going to need. So let's see. So we're going to need steel, which means we're going to need coal and iron. So if we get coal and iron, so that's 2. Actually, I might try to keep track of this if I have a pen. I do. Oh no, what am I doing? Why am I I got a freaking notepad in the game here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it would be really cool, because then it'll add more buildings and stuff like that, and we can have like a small separate city out here, just for making nuclear fuel rods, just for the power plant itself. That'd be really cool, actually. Building whole new factories, just out here, just for fun. I'm needlessly complicating it again. It's like, oh, we don't need to needlessly complicate, and then immediately 5 minutes later, that's immediately what I do. Okay, that's under organization, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, my brain had a bit of a thing there. I don't have any quartz crystal. Wait, didn't I have? What happened to my? Oh, I put it on the train. Actually, that's pretty good. So yeah, we've got a long way to go to get this power plant up and running, but it's going to be pretty good. Okay, so for now, this is going to be the wall. Okay, so We need these two materials. So this one's going to be, we need iron. Oh, whoops. So we need iron and we need coal. And then that turns that into, so I might do it this way. So iron and coal, that turns it into steel. So steel ingots. Steel ingots. Oh yeah. Steel ingots, okay. And then down here, we've also got this, which is... I might have to pull all my own materials too, because we're kind of strained on the city at the moment anyway. It's way up here. What am I looking at for? Yeah, we need this to turn this into concrete. Let's see how my knowledge goes without looking. Okay. So we then we take our concrete and our steel, or we take our steel and we make our steel beams. Okay, and then we take our trying to figure out how I can connect this like a grid. I could do it up here. Yeah, let's do it up here. I actually have done this before as well. Didn't we do this in Season 2? Didn't we have our own manufacturers for everything? Maybe we were bringing in the materials. We were actually making it at base and then bringing it in, but I think this would be way cooler. Okay, so then we take that, and then that makes these. So we've got those. Okay. Now I don't know the uranium stuff. What else is there to do? So uranium encased cells. So we're also going to need concrete. Oh, and we're going to need sulfuric acid. So we're going to need sulfur and water too. So we're going to need a water pump in order to do that sulfur. But if I remember right, sulfuric acid is a loop with water, which is a pain in the butt. Okay, so we've got that line to make those. Okay, and then we're going to need another line. So this one's going to, yeah, this one will go into this. Okay, and then we need uranium. And then what else? Yeah, we need sulfur. Okay. Then, so sulfur into sulfuric acid, which also takes water, by the way. Put water down here. So water, 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 water. Where's the water pipe? Ah, there's the water pipe. Oh, I forgot to apply. Oops. Water, sulfur, that makes sulfuric acid. Okay. There is the sulfuric acid. There it is. Sulfuric acid. Okay, so that makes sulfuric acid. So we've got the concrete, we've got the uranium, and sulfuric acid. Actually, I'm just going to put this one here. Control C, Control V. I'll just put all that there. And then all this makes uranium fuel cells. And those aren't it. That's the plutonium, isn't it? Yeah, there are plutonium fuel rods. I thought so. Uranium. fuel cells. So encased, no, that's encased plutonium. Okay, and then uranium fuel cells. Okay, so there's our two lines. So we've got shenanigans and shenanigans. So shenanigans and shenanigans make shenanigans. Those shenanigans make those shenanigans, and this shenanigans makes this shenanigans. This shenanigans makes this shenanigans, and then this shenanigans and this shenanigans make this shenanigans, and this shenanigans, this shenanigans, and this shenanigans makes this shenanigans. Does it make sense? Anybody confused yet? Sorry. Oh dear. This is. I think what I'll do is I'll just put per minute on each of these. Okay. So what else for your uranium? The uranium rods. Okay. So we've got the encased uranium cells. So the uranium fuel rods are those plus magnetic. Okay. So we need to make a line for magnetic control rods too. So, magnetic control rods are those and those. So we need... Okay, so we're going to need wire, so we're going to need copper. We're going to need more copper and steel. Yeah. Okay, so we need copper, we need iron, or do we need iron, actually? Let's see. So the AI limiters, we're going to need quick wire. You know what, I might just do the first base of materials. I don't know. It's like, I guess we could just... this is going to be... Is it going to be too much? Having trains deliver stuff here. It'd be crazy. I'm crazy though. Okay, so we're gonna need. Okay, let's go over this way. Alright, so we're gonna need deuterium. Oops. So select image, this is deuterium. Oh, right there, duh. Okay, so deuterium into deuterium ingots into deuterium wire. This is the most basic line. Okay, and then we've got copper into copper ingots into copper wire. Okay, select image. So we've got copper. Where's the copper? I always end up losing this stuff. Oh, right there. Okay. Copper. Copper ingots. To copper wire. Okay. And then, of course, we need the steel. So we're going to be bringing in steel here. Just going to bring in the... just going to bring it in like this. Okay. Like that. That's okay. So iron and coal. Stealing it into steel pipe. Select image, steel pipe. to steel pipe, and then steel pipe plus, sorry, so steel pipe plus copper wire equals, or yeah, steel pipe plus copper wire equals stators. Stators, and then stators, was it stators? What needed stators? I forgot. Hold on. AI limiters? No, it wasn't AI limiters. It was the other one. Yeah, you're right. So this one. Yeah, this one needs stators and AI limiters. Okay. Alright, so that's... okay, so this production line didn't even need to happen here. That's all to just make the stators, and then the AI limiters are down here, so... And then it's going to be copper into copper ingots into copper sheets. Okay, here we go. So we've got deuterium. Then we've got copper into deuterium ingots. And then we've got copper ingots, and then into copper wire into, or that, and then, sorry, not copper wire, quick wire, and we've got copper ingots into copper sheets, and copper sheets plus that equals A limiters. So damage into AI limiters, and then AI limiters plus stators. Makes the electromagnetic control rods. Yeah. So then these two will then make electromagnetic control rods. Oh, I probably definitely done past them. Right there. Okay, so we got electromagnetic control rods here. That's a lot of production line. Okay, so electromagnetic control rods, we've got the... I think we've got it. Yeah, we've got the encased uranium cells. We've got the encased industrial beams, and we've got the electromagnetic control rods, which makes one fuel rod per minute, or which makes one fuel rod. Okay, so there's our 3 production lines that we need to make. Well, actually, there's multiple production lines we got going on. Okay, so we're gonna we need to do a few things as well before we go in. You guys liked all that planning? Pretty crazy, huh? I need to go back to the city real quick. I need to check on something. And I think what I might do as well is I might bring in... Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I might have one train for all the raw materials to bring in. Oh wait, no, we were going to have that train bring in its own. Or this 10-car train. I need to see if we can use this 10-car train. To bring in materials. I don't know how I'm going to do this exactly, but I wanted to get the production lines down so that we can figure it out from there. It's a little bit laggy around here because we're changing biomes, or changing areas. As you can see, there's a little bit of lag loading stuff in, especially as it's moving so quickly. Getting back over here to the city is incredibly laggy. It's like, So, whoops. Back up. And that train's already booked. Okay, sorry about that. I did have to leave for a little bit, but you guys it would have been instantaneous for you guys. Okay, so one quick little note: if you're ever having trouble with games lagging, and you notice on your task manager that NVIDIA container is running, and it is maxing out your disk, which that's exactly what was just happening, by the way. If you open up the GeForce Experience, so you probably have to type it in the start menu if you can't find it. And then once you're in the GeForce Experience, what you want to do is next to your username in the top right of the window, there's a little gear icon, and when you hover over it, it says Settings. So you want to click that, and you want to, on the left side, there's multiple tabs. There's General, Account, Games and Apps, and then Shield. Left click Games and Apps, and then the scan location, remove all the scan locations if you want it to stop scanning. And then if you want it to ever scan again, just click Add, and then add where your games are located at, now on which drive, or whatever. But yeah, just remove that. That's exactly what's just happening. It happens even if a game is running. Now my game is in windowed mode, apparently. What the heck? Why is it in windowed mode? Let's change that. I don't know why did that change? It's weird. But yeah, that's exactly why it was so laggy just a second ago. And now it's messed up with my windowed full screen. Apply. There we go. Confirm. Oh, and resolution. It changed my resolution too. What the heck? 1920 by 1080. That wasn't much of a change, but anyway. Why did it change that? What the heck is going on? Okay, we're back. Yeah, something funky was going on with that. But yeah, for some reason, NVIDIA container just does whatever it wants. I like NVIDIA. I like the graphics card I have, but it's just like, it's so annoying sometimes to have to deal with that kind of stuff. That it's just like, we want to scan for your games every single day. It was doing that, and I just did a bunch of research. I did like 20 minutes worth of research trying to find out how to disable that. And the option, they removed the scanning option to disable the scanning. So now you got to do that other thing, remove the scan locations instead. That's the only other way. That's the only way to stop it currently. What were we doing? I just went down a rabbit hole. Oh yeah, we were going to check on stuff. Okay, so we're gonna leave this here. We don't need it. We need to go into the city to check on a thing. Yeah, I mean, AMD was a little bit better when it came to that kind of thing. Like, you could turn on automatic scanning, but you could also turn it off. And they had an option. I don't know if it's an option anymore, but they used to have an option to where you could just click Scan Now, and it would scan for games. And that was it. So, yeah. It is what it is, though. Okay, so the thing we're going to be checking on is we're going to be checking on our... these thingies. These assembly directory systems. Are we full on these yet? No, we're not. We're still running on these. Holy freaking crap. Oh, the belt line goes down. That's right. Yeah, we're still not backed up. It's been a lot of hours since we started this project. It's still not done. What do we got here? Oh, look! The assembly directory systems are backed up. Holy crap. They're still not backed up to where I want them, though. So that means we have no supercomputers at all, which is stupid because it hasn't. Well, actually, we might have some if it has backed up. If we're making more supercomputers than we're making, or than we're using. No, we don't have any supercomputers yet. I mean, to be fair, it is a long line of belts. I cannot believe that hasn't finished. It is. We haven't even backed up on whatchamacallums, the other one, the high-speed connectors either. Holy crap! I mean, like I said, it has been on for a while. I'm surprised we haven't backed up on high-speed connectors yet. Are we not making? Are we making less? How many are we making? 7.5 per minute. And how many do we need? I could have swore I've already, like, there was nothing wrong with this before. We need 6 per minute, so why isn't this backed up yet? Yeah, it is backed up. I'm surprised it hasn't backed up at all. I would have... Yeah, look, the high-speed connectors are there. I mean, yeah, we're only making like 1.5 more per minute than we need. Oh, they are backed up to here. Oh, they are backed up. Kind of. Well, they're not backed up hardly at all. I think they just got to this point. I guess we could always check. I don't think we have smart computers, a supercomputer. I mean, technically. I don't think we have supercomputers backed up yet. So we can always check. Maybe we have been. No, we haven't. Yeah, that's the supercomputer line right there. I guess we'll do some probing, see where we can find them. Yeah, the assembly directory systems, that's unfortunate that we haven't backed up on those yet. To the point where we can start actually getting some supercomputers, yeah. Sheesh. Hopefully we got enough of everything else. We're not just shorting ourselves on materials. Okay, oh, there goes one. I mean, I guess technically if we need supercomputers, we could just take them out of the machine. Let's see, how many supercomputers do we need for one of these? We need 5. If I want to build 15, if I want to build 5 of these, I want to build 5. So 5 times, so we need 25 supercomputers, so that's half a stack. Yeah, and we have not backed up on supercomputers yet. Okay, well we are backing up on supercomputers here. We could just take from the line. We can get 25 out of it. Okay. Actually want a full, or we'll take 50. There we go. So we have some extra supercomputers. Okay. Just poking a hole and stuff. Is there anything else we need for this? So 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. We have 129, so we're good on those. I might grab a couple, or maybe at least one extra stack for like for train stuff. And we're also we're also going to need train stuff too. So train stations, stations. Yeah, they do cost a lot. Ah. Whoa! A little bit of lag going on here. I mean, it is to be expected with this type of world. I mean, we've definitely kind of stretched it pretty darn far. It's like, this is how I access them nowadays. Oh, inside, it's cool to go inside, but it's also like, ugh, such a pain in the butt. So that's gonna, oops, that's not how that works. Okay. I don't know if an extra 2 stacks is gonna be enough. Right, I just want to make sure we have enough to do this. Okay, so 100 wire, that's gonna be 500 wire, and then, yeah, we got enough aluminum sheets for right now anyway. So yeah, we're gonna need more wire. Okay, and then the wire is over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I'll take a couple extra stacks of that. Oh, that might be game crash. Yep. I don't know what just happened, but... Alright. We're back in the game. Okay, that was a crash. More than likely it started raining, which is raining right now. And we just didn't hear it yet. And we deleted that, and that crashed the game. That's usually what happens. Like I said, I don't know if it's... so we need an extra thing on that. Oh yeah, we do have high-speed connections. Look at that. We're about almost halfway full. Or no, we're over halfway full. Okay. Then yeah, we needed extra 2, 3. I'm gonna put these 29 in here. We'll grab one more. Okay, that's gonna turn on a lot of manufacturers. Grabbing that stuff. Ugh. Yeah, we got a long way to go, like I said. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? We'll just have. I don't want to manufacture too much. Like I said, I really don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. What I really want. Not really sure. Fly between the buildings. Look at this. Whee! Okay. I also grabbed those supercomputers. And then power. Oh. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Hopefully we have enough of everything. We should. But hopefully, I'm just hoping we do. Still. It's going to be a long time, but this power plant, once it's done, I think it's going to be glorious. That's what I think. And there is going to be a lot of off-camera building, I think. Oh, and just in case you don't know, you're unaware, if you have not seen my permadeath series on 7 Days to Die, definitely do check that out. Like I'm plugging myself. Funny. Hopefully you got the joke, eh? Okay, we're just gonna turn around real quick. I think we cut another train off. I heard the brakes. Round and round we go. Yeah, we'll just use the the rail yard as a turnaround point. Look at all of our trains we haven't even used yet. Round we go, round and round, and round and round. Back down. Let's get out of here. Go back to less lagtastic land. Changing biomes, kind of. Okay, and back. This is going to be our home for a while, I think, out here. We're not going to be able to build anything while it's raining, though. We might have to skip the rain because I don't want it to crash again. Yeah, it's just whenever it rains, it seems to crash whenever you're dealing with walls, foundations. Of course, also at the same time, it could not be um, what I think it is. And I've had troubles around the city center building stuff on there before. Sometimes, if you build something, or delete something around there, it also does crash. there's a lot going on, but it makes sense, that you might have some issues around there. But hey, we're back in 60 FPS land, I think, anyway. So if we go stat FPS, back. Yep, so there's our FPS there on the top right. Yeah, about 30, 40. And when we run, it's a little lower, but still a lot better than probably 5, 10 FPS that we're getting in the city. But anyway, so yeah, I don't exactly know how I want to do this. Let's see, we need iron, or I'm wondering if I shouldn't. Maybe I should bring in the ingots, but don't bring in anything else. Just don't smelt anything, maybe. I don't know. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, that 10-car train. I don't know if that 10-car train's going to be needed, per se. Um, because before it was going to bring in materials like, so we'd be bringing in, like if we did this normally, we'd bring in the encased industrial beams and the electrical magnetic control rods and the AI limiters. Well, not the AI limiters, just those two. That's all we would need. If we take it one step back, we could bring in concrete steel, the concrete steel, sulfuric acid, so that'd be 3. Sulfuric acid, so 4 and 5, so that'd be a 5-car train. And if we took it one step back even further, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Be 5 and 6. And then 7. If we took it one step back even further, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 on that one. 7 on that one. So none of these needs a 10-car train. We'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, I forgot the music. There we go. Completely forgot about the music. Why did it just stop? What the heck? Oh, whatever. It's going now. Got some weird stuff going on. Some weird shenanigans. Like we freaking 7 Days to Die game yesterday. Oh my gosh, I was recording it and I had some... Oh, there. Okay. No, it's just... Okay. I did have some weird shenanigans going on with some zombies. It's because I'm playing on experimental, so probably some issues there. Okay, so... yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I think we're just going to have this all its own. Nothing's going to connect to the city itself. That probably would be the easiest way. Then we could get our manufacturing on a lot of this stuff. We could have the main building being the train station, the lines of train stations. We could have, we would have, so basically we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 5, 6. 6 train stations. Yeah, right? So we got iron, coal, this and this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the water is going to be pulled from here, so that's no problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah. Okay. So 6 trains bringing in the materials. So we could have the 10-car train stations line up, or we could have separate areas for each train to go. And then the main building being... Oh, you know what we could do? We could have an inner loop. We could have an inner loop of a train going, bringing in materials around. No belts, only trains. Nah, that's too crazy. That's way too crazy. Too bad. The 10-car train was going to be cool, but yeah, it's not needed. There's no way I could need that much. So yeah, the 10-car train is going to go away. However, we are going to have a 5-car train for a lot of this stuff. So yeah, I think the easiest way would definitely be to do all its own material. So we bring in our copper, we bring in our iron, we bring in our coal, we bring in our deuterium, we bring in our uranium, we bring in our sulfur, and we bring in our limestone. All from their own train stations, 5 cars each, because that is the minimum. Except for this construction train, that's the only exception because, well, it doesn't pick up stuff and deliver. It's just my personal train to drive around with materials on it. So, like I said, that's the only exception. It's my construction train. So yeah, and then I'm trying to figure out what this main building would be then, because I want to have a main structured building. Maybe, you know what we could do? We could just make a hollow building with just offices, or it'd be a hollow, of course. But we could make a fake building that looks like it's offices and stuff, like like maybe a 3-story building with like windows and things. Like I said, a lot of this is going to be theater, or it's going to be fake, because we're going to have some buildings that look like they're for something, but they're just fake. Like we're going to have a pump house where the pump is, and the turbine. We'll build something. We'll build something kind of cool looking. That's maybe see-through, stuff like that. And then we've got to build. Yeah, we're going to build some fake buildings, stuff like that. It's going to be a really cool build when it's done. It's just going to take a long time. Yeah, unfortunately, this 10-car train's got to go. We're not going to be using it. We'll be using the 5-car train portion of it, though. Stick this in here. No. That's what I said. Can I stick this in here? Jeez, the sex jokes are strong today. So we need the, where is it? Progressive trains, that's it. So we're going to have, 6 different trains bringing materials in. Luckily, it's only going to be one train station, though, for each, because we shouldn't need that much. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. And just to test, I always test out my trains as well, as I get on the cars. Okay, they're all moving. Sometimes I have accidentally not connected them. Okay, so now the other portion of this that I want to do. A nuclear power plant. Put one of these down. We could just put it here. Just call it good. No, we're going to build an interesting thing. Okay, so we're going to overclock the heck out of this. So 250%, 620 megawatts, which is, it's closer to 5,000. Okay, so the other thing we can do is we can use Satisfactory calculator, which I'm going to do now. Okay, so by my calculations, I turned off the music by the way, but yeah, from the calculations here, we need 1.25 uranium, or no, sorry, 2.5 uranium fuel rods per minute. That's where I wanted to start. So, and we also need 3,000 water per minute as well. That's probably jarring for you guys to have that happen. Let's put back on the music. Okay, so we need 3,000 water per minute. 3,000 water per minute. And that's just for the nuclear power plants entirely. Hold on. I want to put that somewhere else. Okay, so this is how much it's going to cost here. Put that there. Didn't think we were going to be calculating a bunch of stuff this episode, but we do need to. So, in order to power this baby, we need 3,000 per minute. Change that to water. Water. Damage. Okay. 3,000 per minute, and we need, according to Satisfactory calculator, 2.5 uranium fuel rods per minute. This is fully overclocked, by the way. That's why it's so much. But that's what I want to do. 2.5 per minute. And then select uranium fuel rods. There. Uranium fuel rods, okay. Also, 2.5 per. Yeah, 2.5 per minute. Okay. So, starting from there, so we take these plus these. This makes select uranium fuel rods. I'll know the lines. So. Fuel rods. 2.5 per minute. Okay. So now I'm just going to use Satisfactory calculator to do all the calculations. Let me get this board filled out real quick since we're running up against the end of our episode here. Okay, that should be it. That did take me a little bit of time to do, but just copying data essentially. So yeah, we've got a huge system over here. Okay, to make electromagnetic control rods. Oh, also this little sign here, the ore counts that I have here are all condensed, so that if there's any copies, we're not needing, 200 plus 200 and then 150 or 204.38 plus 204.38. It's all condensed into one number because that's just how it is. Okay, so we've got, I'll just call it copper ore, goes into copper ingots 75 per minute, which goes into 150 wire per minute, which goes into 8.75 stators per minute, plus the 204, because it's the exact same number, into our steel pipes, into our stators. And then we've got deuterium into deuterium ingots and copper into copper ingots, deuterium into all of that, and then into our stators. Then we've got over here, we've got more steel, 120 per minute, which makes 30 per minute, and then the 337 per minute, which makes the 37 per, the 37.5 plus the 75 here. So that makes the encased industrial beams, and then we've got that into that, and then we need that much uranium, and then we've got the sulfur process into sulfuric acid with the water. Okay, so with that system, we have concrete, uranium, and sulfuric acid into uranium fuel cells. Now, the uranium fuel cells has this recycled of 50 sulfuric acid per minute. So what we can do is we can recycle this 50 into a tank back into the uranium fuel cells, and we can tone this down to 100 sulfur. We're still going to make the 150 sulfuric acid per minute, but I'm going to limit the pipe to only do 100 so that we can recycle this 50 over and over and over again. We'll wait for the tank to get full and then we'll recycle it so that there's a little bit of leeway on either side, and then we'll just have a huge tank for that extra sulfuric acid to recycle into the encased uranium fuel cells, the fuel cells, and then we've got the encased industrial beams, the fuel cells, and the electromagnetic control rods into 2.5 uranium rods per minute, which will give us our fully overclocked at 62.5 megawatts per minute. And I know they do around 5,000, but I might up this number to overtake on these, because it would be nice to have like a little box full of them. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, if we take that 6250, 6250 times 5, which I've already done, which is 31,250 megawatts, and that's only 5 of these bad boys. We could definitely go even higher than this, but so the 3,000 water plus the 2.5 fuel rods per minute, which will power these bad boys. I'm going to go a little bit over with the water as well. What I'll do is I'll probably overclock this pump along with this system, because it's all going to be in the same area. We'll overclock that pump to do the 300, so that we have extra water coming in, so that we don't run out of water. Not that it matters in this game, but yeah, if you ever have a nuclear power plant that runs out of water, it goes into meltdown. It's not good. I mean, you see what tragedies happened, but all those are all man-made tragedies. Anyway, so that's pretty much that, and everything's now planned out. I'm going to go ahead and leave this up. Obviously, we'll take them down as we build the different systems. So we're going to be using blenders as well here real soon. We do have blenders unlocked as well, so we can definitely use them. We won't need very many over here. We just need to make the encased uranium fuel cells is what the blender is for. Which is weird that the blender would mix liquids, but it makes fuel cells apparently. They also make batteries. Kind of funny. Anyway, So I think, given that we got everything planned out, next time we're going to get started. If I do have any time between episodes, what I am going to do is I am going to go out and find ore for this project and start building train stations, because we've seen how many train stations. I've built a ton of train stations on camera here, well, on record anyway. So you guys have seen that plenty of times. I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of do that portion on my own. And maybe even some of the manufacturing stuff, but we still need to plan out the main building. What I am going to probably do is waste a bunch of concrete over here, because everything's going to be at this level as well. So yeah, everything is going to be at this level. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to raise the road up this way as well, so that the island is that tall. Maybe? I'm not really sure. I think we should, though. Yeah, I think we should. Like this front portion is the only low portion here. Just because it's fun, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it, but yeah, I definitely do want to raise the land. Or the height of this. This does go all the way down, by the way. It's really far down. It took a lot of concrete to get there. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. Like I said, next time we'll get building. But yeah, unfortunately we have hit the end. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.